All right, Team 3, Zoomentum, a technology out of the University of Central Florida. Jose.
Hello, my name is Jose Rosa. I'll be presenting Zoomentum. We are a high-tech startup company focusing on the automated traffic solution industry. With a revolutionary product, licensed from the University of Central Florida, we're poised to revolutionize the method of speed detection. No law is worth passing if you cannot enforce it. Thank you, sir. Speed has a direct correlation to the severity of an injury. Speeding leads to injury, property damage, and loss of life. By promoting prudent driving behavior through the use of advanced technology offered by Zoomentum and enforcement solutions, we will save lives. Key challenges today: finite number of officers that command the streets and monitor for this infraction. Current speeds to download, has a 2 to 5% error rate leading to disputes, higher back-end costs. It has a 1-lane capacity of monitoring, and it's detectable by scanner. So, the evolution of this technology, where did it begin? It began in 1954 with the invention of the radar gun, brought into the United States. 35 years later, we have the invention of laser technology. We're poised for a next generation leap. That's where homographic software detection is coming into play. Welcome. What is this next generation technology? It is a patented intellectual property held by the University of Central Florida and licensed to Zoomentum. How it works: audio, it's streaming video feed, synthesized by proprietary software which identifies the speed of the moving object. It's undetectable other than through line of sight of the driver. It's next generation disruptive, and it has the capacity of monitoring multiple lanes. Today, you get pulled over by a police officer pointing a laser or radar gun at you, tells you to pull over, writes you up a nice little ticket, you're off on your way. Future, Zoomentum's tripod. Image, synthesized, collecting speeding events and transferring them to our central office. How big is this market? We calculate it to be about 2.7 billion. How is that determined? We have 14 states currently today in the United States that have approved automated speed detection devices to be deployed. We have 67 counties that are currently using laser or radar technology, and we believe that there's 900 counties of addressable market for our technology. By computing the average camera cost and the average per county number of detection devices, we computed 7.2 billion. Who's playing in this market today? Gatso USA, Redflex, ATS. Gatso USA is a subsidiary headquartered in Holland, playing here in the United States. Redflex, subsidiary based out of Arizona in Australia. ATS, headquartered out of Canada. What's missing? It's a global playing field, guys, and we have the technology to break it. Automated traffic safety industry, value chain. Where Zoomentum will be playing in is in the distribution and integration of our technology. Where do we fit within the solution? We will be detecting speeding events, working and integrating with the Department of Motor Vehicles, law enforcement for ticketing, advanced ticketing solutions. Feedback. Zoomentum. Okay, Zoomentum speed detection products will be identifying speeding events, which will be collecting these events and sending them through Wi-Fi, fixed line, and interconnectivity to our central database and network operations center, which will integrate with the DMV and law enforcement for identification and citation processing. This is our champagne class. These three olives are our target market, state, federal, and local. 7 billion total market here in the United States, 14 states, and growing. Our intent is to target and reach 320 million here in 5 years. Who's going to get us there? The team in governance. Our current team today has over 125 years of combined leadership experience within private, startup, and Fortune 500 companies. Key financial targets for us: year 0, 2.5 million infusion required. We have estimated about a 12, 18-month production development cycle, in which case at the end of the year 1 to the first 6 months, we will begin introduction of the solution and begin hypergrowth soon after. This is the initial cash infusion.
All right. We stopped the time.
Okay.
Sorry.
Sorry about that.
The chaotic world of startups.
I feel like I'm on The Voice. Okay, so these are our targets. Next steps, milestones. Complete negotiation with the University of Central Florida to license the technology. Seed capital, 2.5 million within 6 months. Begin hiring mission critical resources. Complete the design, testing, pilot within 12 months of operation. Begin introduction, hypergrowth stage. Zoomentum, entrepreneurial, disruptive, innovative, revolutionary. Automating the way speed is detected. Thank you.
You mentioned the 3 global competitors. How does the Zoomentum technology differ from the technology that they're implementing around the world?
Let me switch back. As you can see, they're focusing on radar and laser technology. In the previous slide, I showed you the evolution of this technology. Before, just to 89 late. And now we have let's say the automated, intelligent, the automated conspiracy. Nobody wants that ticket. Automated ticket system. Okay. So did I answer your question?
There's a lot of this stuff already. I mean, I go to Brazil a lot. There's 10 million of these cameras everywhere. I mean, speed cameras are everywhere.
Speed cameras utilizing radar and laser. Right.
There's no competitors in the world doing any kind of video speed measurement.
Nothing. There is no competitor using holographic software to detect the speed of an object.
Or holographic software, but is there anybody else using video imagery for speed detection?
No.
Okay, cool.
No. It's outdated technology that's
and they're having to build workarounds. The technology you'll see in Brazil, everywhere around, you'll have a laser or radar detection. On the back end, you'll have a camera. Right? So with this, it automatically, it's lower cost.
How do we kill it?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. But anyway,
You can pay me and pay my team.
that's it. Shut up, money, hush money. I like that. How do you know it will be admissible as evidence in the courts?
How do I know?
Yes.
Well, we're working with legal on this. We need to get an advisor, basically from the state. We know of certain restrictions and, let's say, notices that should be provided to the public. You know, here you're entering a speed zone, monitored by X, Y, Z. I know today we don't have that. I've seen speed detection devices with no disclosure whatsoever. As far as our reporting of events, we are purely creating a backup to substantiate any judgment on the citation. For example, we're monitoring video, we'll collect that speeding event, send it to our central office for identification and citation process.
Okay. Did you want to?
Question on the target customers that you have there are a pretty tough group to work with as far as getting orders from them. What are you anticipating as far as a sales cycle? You're looking at $27 million in revenue in year 2. How far out in advance of that year 2 are you actually having to get bids and work through the whole bidding process with municipalities and governments?
Well, we expect a 9 to 12 month sales cycle with the government.
Good. It's good you're thinking that way.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And in our pro forma, we have year zero for the development of the product and introduction. And during this time, our key critical mission person that we need to bring in is a salesperson, sales executive with plenty of government sales experience.
Okay, good, thanks.
What you didn't talk about in the presentation was how do you make money? In other words, like, do you sell the software? Do you sell the camera? Or do you sell the service? Like a lot of the red light camera.
Use a mic. A lot of the red light camera models that you talk about here, their approach to cities is, I've seen a lot of these that they partner with the city, they get a percentage of revenue from the city, they incur the cost of actually setting up the equipment. The city has no cost. The Rowells, one of them just did this, and then Medley, whatever, and then they get a percentage of each ticket in exchange for the capital investment. Is that the model? What is your product? Because I'm confused whether it's a camera or it's a software or is it both?
We are a distributor of the high-speed device.
So the camera, for the actual physical equipment.
And we're the integrator of those devices and providing backup added value services like the citation service we just mentioned. Now, we'll be using the same financial model that is currently being used. We're not disrupting that. That works. And what we're changing is the devices that are currently used for the monitoring. So we'll be working B2B with partners currently in the existing set to see if we can transition their latent technology to a higher, more efficient technology, lower cost base. So we're making money there. We're also integrating in these open markets, if you will. These markets that have approvals within 14 states that we can easily tap into. So we're going to be partnering with other, God-so players that are already out there and to be up to 5, if you will. But this has global implications outside of the U.S.
Well, I read the business plan, and I was thinking of the Collins that said to put $55 million of fundraising into the business plan. What are you going to do with $55 million?
Okay, so if I could show you the pro forma, just for illustration purposes. Okay, so the initial seed investment will put us at least into 18 months into the operation. Beyond that, it's going to be a speculative event. We're going to be looking, we know that we need about $47, $55 million in cash infusion during the period of this evolution. If we want to grow this quickly, we will be looking and working with VCs to help us fund this operation. Otherwise, we'll grow slowly, right? So do we fuel growth? Do we pull back? Is it mezzanine? Is it correct? Can we self-equity? Can we leverage our assets? So those questions will be addressed later on. Right now, we're just trying to get to market. Okay? Yes.
All right, let's hear it